Joseph was a good boy. He loved his father Jacob very much. Jacob loved Joseph very much too. Joseph had 11 brothers. Jacob loved all of his sons. But he loved Joseph most of all. Jacob gave Joseph a very beautiful coat. It had many colors, all the colors of the rainbow. Joseph loved his coat. He wore it everywhere. Joseph's brothers saw how much Jacob loved him. They felt jealous. One night Joseph had a dream. In the dream, he was tying bundles of grain with his brothers. Suddenly, Joseph's bundle stood up straight. His brothers' bundles gathered around and bowed down to his bundle. Joseph told his brothers about the dream. "My bundle stood up, and your bundles bowed down to mine," he said. Joseph's brothers were angry. "Why should we bow down to you?" they asked. They were jealous of Joseph's dreams. One day Joseph's brothers were watching their sheep. Jacob asked Joseph to go and see his brothers. Joseph's brothers saw him coming from far away. "Look," one brother said, "here comes the dreamer." The brothers made a wicked plan. They would hurt Joseph. They saw a pit and decided to throw him in. They grabbed Joseph and threw him in the pit. Then they sat down to eat. Soon, some traders passed by. The brothers pulled Joseph out of the pit and sold him to the traders. They were mean to Joseph. The traders took Joseph far away to Egypt. The brothers were happy to be rid of Joseph. They dipped Joseph's coat in goat's blood. They took the coat back to Jacob. "Look what we found!" they cried. "Is this your son's coat?" Jacob saw the blood. He cried and cried. "A wild animal has eaten him," he cried. He was very sad. In Egypt, Joseph had to work hard. He was sold to Potiphar, an important man. Joseph was a good worker. God was with him. Potiphar saw that Joseph was good and put him in charge of everything. But Joseph faced more trouble. He was put in prison, even though he had done nothing wrong. But God was still with Joseph. Joseph met the baker of the Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. The baker was sad. He had a dream, but he didn't understand it. Joseph listened to the baker's dream. "Do not worry," said Joseph. "God will help me understand your dream." Joseph told the baker what his dream meant, and everything happened just as Joseph said. One night Pharaoh had a dream. No one could tell him what it meant. The baker remembered Joseph. "There is a man in prison who can understand dreams," he told Pharaoh. Pharaoh sent for Joseph. Joseph came and stood before Pharaoh. God helped Joseph understand Pharaoh's dream. Pharaoh was so happy. He made Joseph a very important man in Egypt. Many years passed. There was very little food in Jacob's land. Jacob sent his sons to Egypt to buy food. The brothers did not recognize Joseph, but Joseph knew them. Joseph remembered how his brothers had been mean to him. But Joseph had a good heart. He forgave his brothers. He hugged them and cried. He was so happy to see them again. Joseph helped his brothers and his father. He brought them all to live in Egypt, where there was plenty of food. Joseph's faith in God, his courage to forgive, and his belief in his dreams saved his family and made him a great leader.